next up, he's filling in for me, and a really funny comic. Give it up for Carlos Martin Jr., ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Ian. I appreciate it. Feel free to interrupt me too if you guys want to do it, just so you can get me back for what I did in that last set. Oh my gosh, he all I could say is, you guys. He introduced me as Carlos Martin. You guys, someone may know me as Silos Martin. It all depends on what neighborhood I'm rolling through. If I'm being pulled over, my name is Charles. But I try to refer to myself also as a local struggling Mexican, and I'm not struggling as a Mexican. I'm struggling to be one. Basically, it's just because I don't like spicy foods. I don't want to, I don't drink beer like any of the, my family is just like, really, you don't drink? And I was like, no, I don't drink at all. Another thing is, I'm over 40 and I still haven't even picked up the accent. And it's I'm just trying to figure out, how am I going to get to be a better Mexican? Whose lawn do I have to mow? Okay, I swear. I mean, coming up after Carissa, she's talking about she has the mental illness. I swear, my mental illness is I'm a Mexican that doesn't know how to be one. Okay. I mean, it's just funny. I can see myself going like, I know the best proof I have that I am a Mexican is the fact that I come from a family of 8 kids. So Mexicans, they have tons of kids, and we also all have one car, so that we all travel together. And my parents had a VW Bug and carried at least 6 of us in that car. And the funny story is, they had so many, they were willing to just let one fall out and be like, we got the rest. So, sorry to my sister for that, who that happened to, but, things happen. She came back. Someone else got her. Tied to the roof. No, we were in the car. We look like the clowns when you come out. Open the door and but it's all this. It's just funny because the best I could say is I've learned that I could play it off sometimes, and I went to the taco truck yesterday, and I'm like, I'm gonna order in Spanish, and I've got this. I can say it perfect, nice and clear. I was the biggest gringo there. Let me have dos tacos de asada. Oh my gosh! I think the dude looked at me. I mean, the Asian cooking was even laughing. But it's funny. I've grown up, with all these brothers and sisters, and I could say, it's fun to say I've got this out. He's a trophy wife or trophy husband, like I'm participation trophy. Okay. I've definitely found that I'm exactly not the catch of the day. A lot of women would be throwing me back, talking about how we catch bait. Geez, it's just funny because I like to tell people, some people may know me by my other name, my stripper name, Black Coffee. And the only reason I'm called Black Coffee is because I'm a sobering experience when I come on the stage. As, like people like tell me, no, hell no, that's not what I wanted to see. Okay, and a lot of you are going to look at me funny when I say this. I've never been to an actual strip club, and it's not because I don't want to be there. It's just because I would be the one that makes it rain and then ask for change. Okay. And I'm talking about. I know it's $1, but I have laundry to do. Okay, come on, give me. I just got some quarters. I need quarters. And the funny part about all this is, just recently, I was out house shopping, and while we were, out in the market, we went to one of those places where they're, building the new houses and stuff like that. And they're like, "So what are you looking at?" And then the guy starts asking me, "What do you do for a living?" And without even a thought in my head, I blurted out, "Stay-at-home stripper." And the look on the guy's face, I'm telling you, this is absolutely true. He just like dropped his mouth, and our actual realtor was right there with us. She blanked out for a moment. My fiance, I thought she was going to be caught off guard, but no, she goes, "Yeah, sometimes I keep a bowl of change by the door so I can throw it at him when he starts." And dead silence, her and I, in regards to the home shopping experience. But it's, I love doing things like that. Recently, we went to France, and apparently, I don't know how to hold that filter in because, as comedians, we don't need one. We just have to say whatever's on our mind. Carissa, you and every other voice that you're probably hearing is also blurting out whatever you want to say, right? But here's the thing: when we were in France, Paris, France, and I looked over and we were in a restaurant, and didn't realize there's a lady sitting right behind me that she's from there, and my fiance is ordering in perfect French, and I went, "Fleu, fleu, 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 fleu." I pulled a Friends. Literally, I was doing Joey. And the lady behind me, oh, the dirtiest look in the world. It was just freaking hilarious. My fiance looks at me, just tells me, "You better not do that ever again." So for the rest of the trip, I continued doing it. Because when I'm told no, I have the mentality of a 3-year-old, but I look. I look like an adult. And, it's funny. That's the reason I get along with my kids. And I have 3 kids that I, like to deal with here. And the frustrations of the fact that I'm dealing with teenagers right now. And always I thought whenever I would have kids, I'm going to make sure they're not picked on the way I was picked on. And I was going to teach them all the lessons of how to, make sure that they can defend themselves. And the next, they're picking on me, and I don't know how to defend myself against my own kids because, how can I teach them a lesson when I'm supposed to be the responsible adult? I could say the best stories. My youngest son, when he was little, few years ago, I got one of those Father's Day gifts, and I was like, "Oh, this is so nice." And he says, "Let me read it to you." And I was like, "Okay." And the first line says, "My dad is tall. I'm going to let you know, I'm 5'5". That is not tall by any means. And I'm actually the second tallest in my family. Okay? The next line, "My dad is a monster who always farts. And I'll have you know I am not a monster." Now, give me a couple burritos, that fart part might be true. The last line, "My dad has black hair." Well, as you can see, 1 for 3. He's doing good. My sons always like to make me proud. They'll ask me stupid questions of like, "How old are you, Dad?" And I'll be like, "I'm old enough, okay?" "No, really, how old are you? Did you know Moses?" And I was like, "I'm not that old." And they'll be like, "No, did you know Jesus?" I was like, "No, I'm not that old, I swear." Then I started thinking about this. I am really old because when we were younger, we didn't know the names of our medicines that we took. We took the pink stuff. We took Tylenol. We took Advil. Now we know it's zithromycin. We know that we're taking acetaminophen, ibuprofen. Did we know those names? Now, as adults, we now refer to our medicine as the good stuff. Remember that. Because, it's all dependent on the strength, because children's Tylenol does not have any effect on us. It's a placebo and stuff, But now, now that I'm in my 40s, I worry about the doctor's appointments because I'm waiting to walk into that appointment and all of a sudden see the doctor, walking in like this with that one finger in the air, and I'll be like, "You better be pointing me to the right room." It's just funny as heck because, I never thought I'd be worried about getting to those points and all this. And Now in the age of Corona, we're like, wait, what else do we have to get checked for now? Because they're gonna come up with something else that they have to stick their finger up, and now like, oh shoot, what the heck is that for? And it's all, this is just coming off the top of my head. I've been spewing random thoughts. Some of this has been prepared. Most of it, I'm looking at the screen and going like, nah, I better not say that, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Like I said, no filter. That's what we're born to do, and
I'm sorry. Hold on. I don't know what happened to your voice.
you muted me.
Oh, I meant to
Look
send you
at this.
a message. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry, but your time is running out.
No.
I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. I didn't.
No worries.
Yeah.
All right, I'll finish off with this one.
Okay.
Going back to having that no filter stuff. At one point, dating life, I was one of my exes offered to let me join on like a Costco membership, and she was, the person was asking, so how exactly are you going to be paying for the Costco membership? Where she was expecting credit or cash, and I blurted out food stamps. The girl dying laughing. My ex wasn't so happy about it, and apparently I have a lot of those moments, and I've made a priest laugh even, and this will be my last one here. My sister works for a church, and she decided she wanted to introduce us to the priest. She was talking to the priest, and my other sister was right next to her, and next thing you know, she's like, okay, this is my sister, and he's all like, oh yeah, you guys do look alike. And she saw me walking up, and she's like, oh, by the way, this is my brother here. And he goes, yeah, I can see the similarities. And I said, yeah, but she shaved this morning. And the priest burst out laughing. My sister wasn't so happy about it, but that's just me. All right, you guys, thank you very much. That's my time tonight. I appreciate the spot. Thanks a lot, Ian. There you go. Born in the US. It's in the USA there.
I just thought that would be appropriate. I don't know. Here's the
oh
thing.
My God, no! If you got born in East LA, that would have been better.
Yeah, no, that was actually born in East LA. Yeah, I wasn't born in East LA. I was born in Burbank, but they don't make songs about that. That doesn't, that's not.
Yeah, no, they don't make any about Long Beach either.
No.
Yeah, that's a lie.
I thought that was Californication.
No,
like,
Long Beach, Snoop.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. About the closest I'm gonna get is Snoop Dogg, and I'm like, I don't do no drive-bys.
Here's how hopeless I am. I can't even slide into Carlos Martin's DM without screwing it up.
That's all right. When you want to tell me to shut up, that's fine.
I'll just mute you. By the way, you're out of time.
Yeah, exactly. Man, he's treating it like a real comedy club. Your time is up. Cut the mic.
Get the hook. Get the hook.
Kick him out. Make sure he pays his bill before he does. Okay, cool. You have to buy 5 drinks at $10 each now. Okay, so
there you go.
they're in your fridge.